So let's take the Vicki today and let's hop in that. It was a DeLorean, right? Let's hop in that DeLorean and go back to the 80s. And what would the Vicki today tell the Vicki back then as far as the homeschooling? What to let go of, what to not sweat about? What would you say?
Well, a couple things. First of all, one thing that I didn't learn early enough was please enjoy your children. It's so easy to get caught up in the fact that we're with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're with our kids 24/7, but we're not necessarily with them. Our brain is here, our mind is there. We've got this task and that task. So I know that many people listening will groan when you hear this, but the time is short.
Oh, that is so true.
Along with your kids. I know sometimes, some days you're probably thinking, please tell me the time is short. But you know, it really is going to go faster than you think. And, you know, education is still going to happen in the context of family. So remember, you're a family first. Now, sure, you want to provide a solid, well-rounded education for your kiddos, but you know, how many of us learned everything that we know by the time we were 18?
That is so true.
We have to cram this stuff all into our kids because we only have 3 more years with them or whatever. And so I just have to remind myself, my responsibility isn't to teach my kids everything there is to know. My responsibility from an academic perspective is to, I see it this way anyway, my responsibility is to make sure that my children have the basic skills they need to learn. They have solid math skills, they have solid language skills. Those are the skill subjects. And then I give them lots of opportunities to build those skills and lots of opportunities to learn about the world around them, what we would consider social studies and science. So the other thing I would suggest is, if I were telling myself this again, is going back to that why. Remember the why. On the rough days, it helps to have that actually written out on a piece of paper. As a wise friend once told me, and I'm going to probably be paraphrasing this a little bit, I'm sure, but she said, you know, I don't want to wake up someday to discover I prepared my kids for Harvard, but not for heaven. That's my main why. Yours may yours may differ, but that was ours. And the third thing I would mention to parents is relax on the textbooks if you need to and let them learn more through some experiential learning. I'm not saying throw away the textbooks, but especially in the earlier years, it took me a while to recognize that my role was really to provide them with a lot of opportunities to build hooks to hang their learning on. And I had an adult context, they didn't. So they needed to do a lot of experiential learning, a lot of discovery, hands-on things. But like I said before, you know, you and I only know to do what we did. And for most of us, that wasn't homeschooling. It was that conventional school model. So it took me a while to recognize that I didn't have to replicate school at home in my homeschooling. I could find ways to encourage my children in a lifestyle of learning.
That's hard to let go of, though. What we knew, and I was a public school teacher, so it was really hard to let go of that. But I was very, very blessed to have a husband who said, you know what, I think we don't need to do math for 2 weeks. And I was just horrified that he would suggest that, because what kind of a failure did he want me to be? But you know, we would do other things that they were interested in. And amazingly, we would come back in 2 weeks and all of a sudden that child would go, oh, this is easy. It would just click when I just, like you said, relax and enjoy them and find other ways to learn. We can get so narrow focused, and this is the only way to learn. And God is so full of amazing ways to take his children and grow them into what he wants them to be.
I saw a meme once. I don't remember where I saw it. And I'm not sure I'll get it quite right, but it said something along the lines of, but what if we get behind? And then it said, behind what?
Oh, I love it.
What is our standard? What are we basing this on?
Yes, yes, that is so good. That is a perfect note to end on, Vicki. Thank you so very much for just spending a little bit of time with us today. And I just want to remind everybody the convention is coming up June 11th through 12th. Vicki, we are going to look forward to just hearing so much more good wisdom with a funny twist. How's that? Is that a good description?
I hope so. I hope it's encouraging. I hope nobody falls asleep. I try to not let anybody fall asleep in my workshops. So I'm looking forward to sharing with your families there, getting to meet everybody. Thanks again so much for having me today and for having me at your conference. The conference, I want to encourage you guys, if you haven't already registered for the conference, please sign up for the convention. I've been going to homeschool conferences since about 1991. They were always the highlight of my homeschool year. It's not just about, some of you say, I already have my curriculum. It's not about, yes. It's not about only buying your curriculum. It's, although that's a great opportunity, it's a great chance for you to see everything hands-on, look through the books, see what clicks with you. And it's not just homeschool stuff, it's family-friendly stuff. You may say, I don't need my curriculum, but you can find some great resources for your family, some great games, some great foreign language programs, some great hobbies for your kids. But it's also about coming to the workshops. Please come to some workshops.
Yes. But
come and get encouraged, get refreshed, get revived. And if nothing else, it's just nice to see you're not the only ones doing this. Walking to that convention hall and seeing we're not the only people. My people, you can see and meet new friends and connect with old friends and come on out.
My John would often say that we probably had the most growth, encouragement as parents and as husband and wife at the homeschool convention. And it was just always, we still love it. And we, I told my husband, I think we need to start having kids again because I know so much more now.
My God, let's borrow your grandkids.
That's exactly, I cannot wait.
A hot date, or it can be a great girls' weekend. Yes. So whatever works best for you, I encourage you, please, if you haven't been, please come out. And if you've been before, you know what you've been doing, so you've got to check in. So
yes. All right, Vicki, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks.
Thanks, Kathy.